Welcome to Ever After, a Once Upon a Time podcast. Season 6, Episode 7, Heartless. In this episode, Bandit Snow dodges a bounty hunter, while Shepherd David goes on a fateful journey. The evil queen threatens to destroy Storybrooke unless Snow and David surrender their hearts. David and Regina search for a magical sapling. I am your host, Molly Southgate, and with me is...
Rob Southgate.
And
Martha's sick tonight.
So, I would like to say that they just, in the intro, they said Regina and David. Snow was searching for the sapling, too. She was there, and she had the best line.
Actually, more than that, they were all kind of searching for the sapling, weren't they?
No, because Emma and Hook were back at the vault, being safe.
Oh, okay.
So, but Regina, David, and Snow. And
Okay,
Snow...
well, so they got it wrong.
Yeah, Snow had the best line, though. She picked up, when they picked up the sapling, they saw flashes of their love. And love, all these moments. And then she said, she's like, it's made entirely of true love. Is this all it does? And they're like, oh no, no.
I really liked that scene too. When it was doing the flash, I noticed the hand coming through, but I didn't think like, oh, they wouldn't have seen that or anything. Of course, we didn't know that. But that was something that stuck out. So when they must have orchestrated that really well because it was noticeable.
I didn't recognize it.
I didn't recognize it, but it stood out to me because I didn't recognize it. So as soon as he said the coins, I was like, yeah, when the hand went through, when Snow put her hand through, and she goes, well, you weren't there. And he goes, wait a minute, you weren't there.
Yeah. Because
they never saw each other. That was really, really cool. And the fact that moment, that touch, is what caused the sapling to be born.
It was their first act of love.
Yes. That was really good. So what did we have in this? We had, if we go back to the beginning, we had the evil queen came up with her plan.
Yeah.
And this is a plan that, at this point in the season, this is going to have repercussions for a while here.
Yeah. Especially because the thing at the end.
Yes. We'll get there. But she said that her whole purpose in life had become to get the heart from Snow. And since Snow and David share the heart, she needed both of them.
She was so happy. She's like, oh, and I get Prince Charming as an added bonus.
Yes. And when she said, you guys are going to willingly give me those because of what this vial does. I did not see that coming.
I had no idea. I didn't know what it was. But when I at first I thought, oh, we've already seen this. I thought it would be some crazy thing that we'd do a story about.
Yeah, right.
But I was kind of like, oh, it's just water from the River of Lost Souls.
Yeah, but
I thought that was cool. But
when she poured it on that tree and the tree just died, every bit of it died. That's pretty scary.
Yeah.
And at the end, I was thinking about that when they had the whole town lined up.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, you better hope they show up because otherwise everybody's going to take a drink. I thought, they have no idea how they're going to turn to ash, basically.
Yep.
Like on Buffy, they're going to get ashed.
Remember when Aunt Em had the water from the River of Lost Souls?
Nope.
She turned to, like, goo. It was really weird.
Did she? I don't remember that.
Yeah, she turned to goo.
All right, well, maybe they would have turned to goo. Maybe the trees turned to ash and these people would have turned to goo. Don't know.
Yeah.
Don't know. Don't think we're going to find out now.
Yeah. Can I please?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, so...
Cutting to the end because you want to talk about it.
So Regina said, I've waited for this moment for so long. Because she had their heart.
Right.
Because they kept saying their heart.
Right. But it's a heart. It's one heart split in two.
Yeah.
But she finally had them.
And she said, but then I realized this isn't satisfying enough.
Yeah.
I want to do something much crueler.
Yes.
She said she put the she shoved the hearts back in, and Snow went down. I thought it would be David dying and Snow being alone.
Is that why you yelled out, Snow down? No.
Yeah. Timber!
That would have been if Pinocchio had fallen over. Timber!
Yes, that would have been awesome if because didn't he die at one point and came back?
I don't remember. You're asking way too complicated questions. This is season 6.
Yeah, I think he turned to, like, frozen wood.
Well, I
and
remember
then
when he turned
fell
to wood.
down.
Yeah, but I think he survived.
Yeah.
They didn't kill Pinocchio on here, did they?
They're brutal.
Oh, it's like American Horror Story, but with puppets, which I would watch.
That is frightening.
That is awesome.
It's frightening.
Yeah, but now that I'm thinking about it, that might have to happen. Southgate Media Group presents American Horror Story Puppets.
La 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 la.
Yep.
Kermit the Frog.
Hi-ho, I'm the Wood Witch. Yeah, that'd be awesome. All right, moving right ahead.
Yes.
So, yeah, she gets the hearts, and she says, I'm going to do something much more cruel.
Snow falls
Snow down.
It's a
Snow falls on Cedar?
Yes.
Okay.
That was the name of one of the episodes.
See? Go ahead.
So she falls down.
Yes.
And we're going to go into a whole...
Snow falls. Right.
So, I lost my whole train of thought. Okay, so it's a sleeping curse.
Yes.
And then David's like, those never hold us back.
Yeah, it's like, really? You're going to do a sleeping curse? Did you see what was going to happen? I did not think that's what was going to happen. I knew something was up.
And then I'm kind of like, oh, why are they're just doing a sleeping curse. He already
And we had the whole thing where she's in the woods.
They looked at their house.
Yeah.
He looked at their house.
The first thing he does is go to the house. That's ridiculous. Like, I'm going to hide her someplace really great. I know. Let's go look in our bed first.
Well, that would be really great because most people don't look in their houses when they said they're going to hide them really great. But so every time now,
there would be better choices than the house.
Yeah, but they wouldn't look there.
Unless you're David.
Unless you're David.
Yes.
But she was hiding in the woods. That would have been my first instinct,
Yes.
or the vault.
Yes.
But so they ran to the woods.
Wait, do you hear that? It's snow falling in the woods. Yep. It doesn't end. All right. So yeah, they go to the woods. They find Snow laying in her coffin, her log coffin.
No, that was what she used in the first thing.
But it was a big log dumped over, and they made a coffin out of it. It was.
It was a log hollowed out.
Yeah.
With glass, and it was pretty.
It's a log coffin. Yes, I know.
Twig glass log coffin.
Twig glass log coffin.
Twig glass log moss coffin.
Wow, very specific. So she's laying in there. He moves the glass and twigs and a little moss, I'm sure, and kisses her.
And then I got the feels because they were doing the flashes.
I know, it was really good how they did that, how they flashed back and forth.
Between when the first time.
Yes.
And I loved that. But then,
just like when they've shown Beauty and the Beast dancing and it's like, oh, it's so great. Yeah. This was the same kind of thing. They were doing those flashbacks and it all worked out the same way. That was really, really great.
But then David falls down.
Yes.
David falls in the woods.
David falls in the woods. That's not quite as good.
It's funny, though.
Does a David fall in the woods? Never mind. Okay, so David falls.
Yes, and then...
And Snow wakes up and goes...
And she goes, what?
What a time to take a nap, David. Seriously.
Yeah, she's like...
Don't you have to clean the garage?
That would be you.
Yes. So what happens then?
So then they're like, oh no, the evil queen appears and she said, oh, he has another sleeping curse.
Yeah.
This
is clever.
And you guys share a heart.
Right. So the curse is on the heart. So
if you're awake, then he's asleep.
Right.
And if he's awake, then you're asleep. And then she went, oh, we're never going to be together.
Right.
They can break the curse.
Do you think they're going to break the curse? Or do you think this is their way? Like, we'll have a couple seasons of one of them just always napping. That would be pretty funny.
Oh, yeah. Snow's back there. She's taking a nap.
Right.
But we don't like David as much as Snow.
No.
Well, he was better in this episode.
He was. I like David in this episode. Yeah, they're writing him better. It's not the actor. It's the writing of David. They made him very, very cardboard for a while there. And now he seems to be a lot more interesting.
Yeah, I think he was much more cardboard.
Yeah.
But now I like him better.
Yeah, yeah. Well, they're doing a little bit more with him. I think having less male leads, because before you had Neil and Robin and David and Hook, and it was like Hook was interesting, Gold was interesting. I thought Neil was interesting, but it kept kind of like there were just a lot of the same kind of hero guy characters. That's why Regina and Gold are so great. Yeah. Because they're different, you know? So I think having David be like the one charming prince guy, that works. Yeah. It works a lot better.
Well, apparently Zelina's gonna die.
Zelina! Okay, why? Why?
Because she
Riddle me that, Batman. Why did she go and tell about, was it just that she was jealous? Because she was jealous. Remember she was turning green, her skin?
But also...
Was she telling because she was jealous of that?
Yes, kind of.
Okay.
And also I think she kind of wanted Belle to hurt, or to feel bad.
Why? Does she not like Belle?
No, she's fine with Belle, but I think she wanted her to feel pain.
Really? I didn't get that.
And she knew
I thought it was all
say,
jealousy.
No, she knew she could say anything she wanted, because she thought that Snow and David were not going to surrender their hearts. She thought she could say anything she wanted to the townspeople, and Gold would never hear.
I don't think so.
That would be the end of it.
I mean, we'll see if that's how it works out, but I don't think that was it. I think that she told Belle as a way to get back at the evil queen, because she is really jealous and feels put out. I mean, the evil queen is making all these plans and not filling her in. She lied to her by saying there's nothing between Gold and I, and then she walks in and there she is with Gold.
Yeah.
So I think that she was doing that. She is making a play against the evil queen.
Yeah.
Through Gold. I really think, because otherwise then she's just like a bully. And that's not what we've seen. We've seen her, when she gets real jealous is when she turns wicked. When she's not, she's able to pull it out, and she's not bad.
She's really nice.
She's nice. I'm not going to say she's really nice. She's a frenemy of the state. That's what she would be.
Yes.
You know, kind of like when Regina had the evil queen inside of her and she was kind of both, and you go, I really like her, but yeah, I don't know if I'd let her too close because the evil queen's in there.
She wants to kill people.
Yeah. So that's kind of where Zelina is at. That jealousy, when it rears its head, it makes her more evil. Yeah. But I think this was absolutely 100% directed at Evil Queen.
Yeah. I agree with you 100%.
Nice.
I'm sorry, I had to do that.
100%. All right.
Won.
So what else happened in this one? Emma. We had Emma and her shaky hand.
No.
Yeah, her hand was shaking, and then it was shaking really bad when she was with Hook, and then he told her a story. That was really fun.
Yeah. And he's like, no, it's story time.
I thought that was a great way to handle it, too, because that is how they're communicating. And he tells the story, and he's like, you were born of pure love, and you're strong because of it. And it's not that the shaky hand has gone away. Mm-hmm. It's that it calmed her down, because apparently when she gets stressed, it flares up. Mm-hmm. Kind of like a rash.
Yeah. Well, I forgot. I was wondering, why were they in the book? Were they just flipping that?
Who? Hook and Emma? Because they were part of that story.
Oh, was it that one story?
Yeah, remember?
That they were flipping back to when they got added into the book? Or?
Yes. Remember when they went back in time?
Yeah.
And they saw that Twin Pines had changed? They went back in the DeLorean, and they went to the Under the Sea dance?
Wrong thing.
Oh, yeah, okay. But when they went back in time, that story became part of the storybook.
Yeah, okay.
And it's because it's part of Snow and David's story.
So he flipped to that, showing her.
Yeah, that you're here and you're the reason they're together. Like, they always come back together and they always find you, and you're born of pure love. That gave her like an inner strength.
Yeah, she felt better.
It gave her like an affirmation internally that made her feel like I can defeat this, because up to now she's so stressed and her hand's shaking because she's terrified. And I don't know why her hand shakes like that, other than maybe that's like her power comes from that hand, and maybe it's her body's way of rejecting it. Stress
from her hand. Her hand.
Yeah, that or she's a big drinker. Could be. She drinks butterbeer, and butterbeer is going to do that to you. No?
What?
Wrong movie.
Wait, what? Drinking makes your hand shake?
No, I'm kidding. How did you fall for that one?
I don't know.
All the things I've said, and this is the one that you took. No, it doesn't make that happen.
Like, if you're drunk and they ask you to raise your hand, then they can tell if you're drunk.
Well, then it's a good paint mixer. Then it's a good paint mixer. Hey, if you're going to be painting a house, take a drunk with you. They'll shake the can up. Okay, moving right ahead. Now, we didn't really have any Henry. Oh, wait, I know what we didn't talk about.
What?
We didn't talk about Belle confronting Gold.
Oh, yeah. She went up to him and she said, if you were pure evil, I could understand. You don't need to buy our son's love.
Right.
You have to earn it.
You have the capacity to be a good man. You're choosing to not be. You're choosing this. And that's what's awful about it. And I thought this was one of the best Belle scenes because she's been kind of, I don't want to call her a victim throughout, but kind of put upon, kind of milquetoast about stuff, and kind of like, he keeps almost like he's abusing her, and she keeps going back to it. And she has now stood up to him, but even then I kind of felt like she's going to go back. And they kind of showed us that. But now she's coming at it from a place of power. And I like the character way better in this episode.
Yeah, when she goes up to him and she says, she's like, done.
Yeah.
No, she said...
Yeah, it's not mean. It's not vindictive. She's thought about it. She knows what's up, and she just lays it out there. And she's protecting the baby. When she found out about the shears, and she's like, you're not coming anywhere near our son with those shears. And I like that he...
Cut his hair?
To cut his hair. That's right. He's going to give him a fade.
He's going to give him what he has.
Yes.
They're going to be matchy-matchy.
Yeah, matchy-matchy. Yep. But that scene where she says all this to him and he reacts he starts to like give his excuse. She doesn't want to hear it. But you know what's interesting, Mal?
Yeah.
When he was going to give his excuse, it really is a glimpse into that character. If you think about that character, he has been true to that. All these moves at this point are he wants to protect his son. He wants to have his family. And yes, they're self-serving in some respects, but a lot of it is also he can't process how to be a good man and be a good dad.
Yeah.
He thinks he tried that before, and look what happened.
Yeah, he's like, I'm scared.
Yeah.
What if I don't? What if my son does not love me? What
Right.
if he hates me?
Right.
And then she looked at me and she said, if you were evil, I could understand.
Right.
But you were a good man.
Right. Right.
You can be good.
You can do it, but you got a long way to go, buddy.
Yeah, but no.
Yep. And then she trashed the place and ran out. Take that! Like a rock star. She pushed everything over. No?
She broke a guitar.
Broke a guitar. Ka-dong!
She broke those marionette puppets.
Yeah, don't you want to break those? Those are real people. I wonder if they'd bleed if you broke them.
Do they bleed wood?
They bleed
splinters.
wood.
Splinters
Liquid wood. Splinters.
No, yes, like wood chips come out.
Wood chips come out?
Instead of blood. Like if they turned into real people, wood chips
Wouldn't
would
it be
come out.
sawdust?
Yeah, sawdust.
Because wood chips would be like, you don't have thick, chunky blood like that. Maybe the wood chips are bone. Where is this conversation going?
Yeah, wood chips are bone, and sawdust is blood. And sawdust is also the marrow of the bone.
Yeah. It's a different consistency as sawdust. Yes. It's wood glue mixed with sawdust.
Yeah.
Is the marrow. Yes. So, all right. What did we miss in this episode? Did we miss anything? We missed Mom being here.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have an anchor, that's for sure.
Ooh, yeah, we went off. Yeah, I think we finished.
All right. Well, let's end it.
That was a really good episode.
Yes. Yes. I can't wait to see what happens next week.
Ooh,
Big
yeah.
excitement.
Well,
what is going to happen?
Tonight, sorry, guys.
Yeah.
We
So
took
do you,
so long.
last thing, Molly, do you think they are going to figure this out by the end of the first half of this season, or do you think this is going to go on?
I think they might figure it out by the end of this.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they're going to figure it
So like within the next 5 episodes, they're going to have this resolved. Maybe even by next episode.
No, not by next episode.
You don't think?
Next 5, and that will be the big ending.
Okay, they'll both be awake. Or they'll both be asleep.
With
well,
fishes.
That worked out with the fishes. All right. That's it.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening, everybody. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. We have been lighting up Twitter lately. Ever After Pod. Find us on Facebook with Ever After Podcast. We have a Patreon page that we're going to start putting new content on. So if you're interested, start looking for those tweets about that. And we also have started putting our shows up on YouTube. Right now, they're just the image for the show. But if you do get your content that way, if you like to do it through YouTube, we are putting all of them on YouTube. And I'm hoping by next week, maybe 2 weeks, Ever After should have its own YouTube channel. So not just at Southgate Media Group. Yes. And then we can start doing some other content for it, which would be really fun.
Yeah.
Because we've done live shows that no one's ever seen or heard. We've done some things like that we could put on there. There's lots of fun stuff. So that's it. Let's end this the way every great fairy tale ends.
Happily ever after.
The end.